And a quick shout out to our producer at Sony Computer Entertainment America, Greg Phillips, who is sitting here in the front row and will be playing the role of Dr.Nefarious today during our demo.
Don't really get anything into that.
Dibs on Qwark.
So I guess as we're getting into this, where are we in the game? And once again, to point out, this game has a very strong narrative that TJ, you're... Good?
So is that me?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Wow. So, shall we not bother? Maybe I could sit here.
Yeah. Should I do this?
You think it's me?
Why don't I just sit here? We play circus music.
Yeah, right. Please stand by.
All right, after all that drama, TJ, where is this falling in terms of, where is it in the game?
Oh, which level are we playing? The nest. Okay. Okay, so Ratchet and Clank have been dropped into this this factory on some alien planet that it's very unusual. This planet has had this giant drone called the Creature Collector that's just been picking up these giant monsters from around the universe and transporting them to Planet Magnus. And we don't know why or what the plan is, but we know that we're lost on this alien planet, and our gang has to basically come together in order to survive.
Shall we dance?
Armin Shimmerin, who plays Nefarious, has again thrashed his voice, bringing his voice to the character.
So we're seeing some stuff here that's quite familiar. Obviously, it's great with both of them. But the rings underneath the characters, is that just health? What's the role of that?
Yeah, well, let me talk about that a little bit. So the rings are first help, so you can locate your character on screen. Yeah, also their health. I mean, we're showing how many health each individual character has.
And let's just point out the obvious.
Yeah.
There's a little more intimate than I've seen Qwark and Nefarious in any of the games.
Well, I think Nefarious isn't particularly happy right at this minute. He's probably wishing he wasn't there.
But this seems to be an example of something that is very cooperative, where you're having to work together to accomplish something.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we can work together. Like, I can throw Clank across, and then I can use my hook shot to join him. But you don't always know who your friends are. That's the thing about this game.
We're ready to suck.
So griefing is possible, and since you're making the game, it seems kind of encouraged here.
I don't want to say encourage. I mean, we definitely incentivize co-op. At the same time, there's definitely a little bit of playful antagonism along with the game, and we know that people are going to compete a little bit, and that's the way we play. So maybe it is sort of encouraged.
So that is only the player that kind of smashes the crate the one who's getting the bolt? So there are resources that you are kind of squabbling over in the course of the game?
That's absolutely right. There are some things that are limited, bolts are some of them. So you want to be the guy to get the most bolts. You want to be the guy to get the best stuff. And there are other resources in the game that are even rarer than that. And if you see these things, you're going to do whatever it takes to get to it, no doubt about it.
It looks like that the level design, that we're seeing something that still is very reminiscent of a single-player Ratchet game.
Yeah, I mean, that's important to us. We want to keep the core tone of the series intact, and we want to keep the art direction that's worked well for us intact as well.
So are you guys working together with weapons you already have, or...?
Yeah, that's right. We just grabbed a weapon. Just for this demo, it's presented as a pickup, and that's the thing about Ratchet and Clank All for One. It really is about weapons that you can use together with the team. So every weapon has an individual function that you can use by yourself, but you get the really cool, devastating stuff when you work together with the rest of the team.
Now, when you're playing the game, with that sequence there, you only want to use that one particular weapon, or could you get creative?
Oh, you can get creative.
How do you
Oh,
this thing again?
There's an element of trust involved here. We don't always trust each other. You think that for a public demo we could trust each other?
Not at all. So this is public?
Yeah. So
This is the first time we've shown this game to the public.
So I assume that also there is something unique depending on which character you're playing in the game. Does Qwark have a unique ability? Does Ratchet?
Yeah, everybody's got special abilities, and everybody's got a different kind of melee attack for sure. Ratchet's got his Omni Wrench, just like you'd expect.
Right.
Clank uses Clank Fu. Qwark uses his Fists of Justice, and Dr. Nefarious uses his Annihilator Blades.
Now, obviously, we're familiar with how Ratchet controls, and to some extent how Clank controls. But Qwark, I mean, he's a big green buffoon. How does he handle?
Yeah, well. Oh, whoops. Oh.
That could not have been timed
Like
out
that.
any better.
Bloody well, not very.
It's I'm ready.
So I have to win this. So don't mind me. There we go. So yeah, we're working together to do things like we just charged up a cluster cannon. But at the same time, you want to be the person to do it the best and to be the first person.
Because there is
stats are gonna
reward
show
for
that.
being
Oh
superior.
yeah, absolutely. There are bragging rights and other in-game rewards as well.
You force activate.
So we've demoed this a lot of times to press, and we get really competitive over that.
Now, I think right there also kind of demonstrated that you guys are also, these are very big levels. I think there's a tradition that when you think, oh, it's a co-op game, that somehow there's corner cutting and that things have been smaller. But I mean, most of the things that you've been building from Ratchet to Ratchet, should be present inside of the game.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely, and that's kind of how we see our unique place. I mean, we want to have a co-op game that's about working together, but at the same time, we want it to be something where people play through it to experience the story and to experience the big planets that we're making.
Oh, I think you might want to point out, you don't have to play it just with 4 people. You can play with 2 people. You can play it all by yourself.
Absolutely. We support any player configuration from 1 to 4 players. And really, kind of our design manifesto is to make it easy for people to just pick up a controller, jump into a game, and have fun. So we support offline. You can play together on the couch. We support online, and we support any combination of the two.
How that's physically possible, I would love to know. Don't say, yeah, it's Clank up there. That's
We've got some nano losing what's over here.
Now, actually, Clank, we have played him in other Ratchet games before, but we've never really seen him as kind of an offensive character. He tends to fall into the puzzle segments of the game. What does he do now? It looks like he carries weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he was a super weapon initially, so we think it makes a lot of sense for him to be just a powerful little powerhouse of weaponry and Clank Fu moves and everything else. We didn't want him to feel too small or underpowered at all in this group.
And Dr. Nefarious, what's unique about him and how you control him in the game?
Sure. Well, he's an evil criminal mastermind. He has Annihilator blades. Everything about him tends to be about poison and it's pure evil and dark forces.
Do it.
Yeah. So this thing that we're doing right here is called a mortar slam. We could actually pull it off.
For now.
Clank.
Do it. Ready to suck.
In Nefarious. There you go.
So it looks like there, one player is trying to throw one character into the Porter Slam, is that what you call it?
Yeah, it's the mortar slam.
Mortar
so,
slam,
yeah, one thing that we were kind of fascinated by since the very earliest brainstorming sessions was this idea of throwing another player into battle. And that evolved into, well, let's throw them into battle and then let them execute a special move if they're at the apex of their jump. So it's really trying to get down to just the core of people working together to do something that looks really great and you can pull it off.
And it looks like that the other 2 characters in that moment were kind of running on, they're on the offensive side of just protect that act of throwing someone into there.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to trust your teammate, which is nearly impossible sometimes with these people.